Budget Secretary Butch Abad reiterates that there has been no misuse of funds from the Disbursement Acceleration Program or DAP. He also assured that DAP funds will undergo review by the Commission on Audit. Freddie Abando reports.
Every project and program funded by the Disbursement Acceleration Program will undergo the review of the Commission on Audit to ensure every peso and centavo spent was put to good use. This was the commitment of Budget Secretary Florencio Abad to allay fears of any misuse of the 144.37 billion pesos released for the DAP from 2011 to 2013. The said amount was pooled from 237.5 billion pesos in savings from 2010 to 2013. 167 billion was approved for DAP. Only 144.34 billion pesos was released. The balance was used to cut the budget deficit. DAP-funded projects can be tracked on the website of the Department of Budget and Management.
We want to provide more. We want more transparency. We want greater accountability. We want more engagement of the citizenry. That's why we just simply don't turn our backs on these issues. We are confronting them to the extent that we should give in, we will give in. To the extent that we stand our ground, we will stand our ground. To the extent that we can find some compromises, we will. But the important thing at the end of the day is there's greater transparency, there's greater accountability.
Abad reiterated his position on the cross-border transfer of funds disallowed by the Supreme Court, stressing the practice did not undermine the principle of separation of powers.
At the end of the day, while we recognize the principle of separation of powers to promote meaningful checks and balances between and among the branches, we also have to remember that we are one government. At the end of the day, what is important is the government succeeds. Not just one branch, but the government succeeds. And the head of government, the one that is the chief executive officer, is the president. And therefore, the responsibility hangs heavy on the president to make sure that government, not just the judiciary, not just the legislature, not just the executive, but government as a whole succeeds. And that's why the president has been emphasizing that as much as we also have to protect our autonomy and independence, there are times when we are called upon also to work together. We are interdependent as branches of government.
Abad also urged Congress to pass a joint resolution to address the issue of savings in line with the decision of the High Tribunal. Speaker Feliciano Belmonte will initiate measures in the proposed 2015 national budget that will clearly state how the executive will implement the use of savings without violating the spirit of the Constitution's provision on the power of the House over the purse.
The House will be ready to cooperate with the executive in fine-tuning the meaning of savings. It definitely is not necessary to wait until December 31 to have savings, because the reason for savings is so that you can use it.
There is a way for Congress to address 3 of the 4 issues raised and decided upon by the Supreme Court on the matter of definition of savings and when is the proper time to declare savings, on the matter of when do you trigger the unprogrammed appropriations, on the matter of when do you say that a particular augmentation of a deficiency has an item of appropriation to cover it. I think those are really concerns between the legislature and the executive that we can address.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.